If you should park at the odds and ends market, there's no telling what you might find. Square blocks made of wood, and soup that smells good, and boots that are one of a kind. You can get some of this and a whole lot of that. Sometimes it's so hard to decide. Should you get a big pony that eats fried bologna, or a little one that you can ride? If you should stop at Flo's flower shop, check out the daisies in back. See some that are white, and some that are blue, and some that are yellow and black. Smell orchids and roses. Just follow your nose as it takes in the smells that abroad. Find a tub filled with tulips and pots filled with pansies and lilies that smell by the pound. There used to be a magic store run by a man with a beard, but he pulled out his wand and gave it a wave, and poof, the whole store disappeared. Hi, and welcome to Storytime with Jocelyn. Those are some more poems from Silly Street by Jeff Foxworthy. We'll read a couple of more at the end of the video. So how are y'all doing this wonderful Friday? Today, we're going to be reading a story called My Shadow. It is by Monique Felix, and it's based off of a beautiful rendition of a poem by Robert Louis Stevenson. And I think y'all are going to enjoy today's story. So let us get started with My Shadow. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. And what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to my head. And I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper mice, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball. And he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all, Jocelyn. He hasn't got a motion of how mice ought to play. And can he only make a fool of me in every sort of way? He stays so close beside me. He's a coward, you can see. I think I'll shame to stick to Mom as that shadow sticks to me. One morning very early before the sun was up, I rose and found the shiny dew on every buttercup. Ooh. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepyhead, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Beautiful picture. Right, Jocelyn? The end. And that is My Shadow. Hope y'all enjoyed that. All right, we're going to read a couple more poems from Silly Street. If you get hungry, and why would you not? Then Daffy Dave's Diner just might hit the spot. Eat tomatoes, potatoes, and turkeys that's basted. Mama May's meatloaf is the best best I've ever tasted. The waitress is Dottie. She talks really loud. Her hair's big and white and looks like a cloud. Her husband is Corky. He works as the cook. If you don't clean your plate, he'll give you the look. At Mel's House of Clocks, they only sell socks, which makes me ask, what was Mel thinking? He says socks are the thing that makes the whole world sing, 'cause they're warm and keep your feet from stinking. At Phil's Giant Pancakes, business is slow. They've sold only one, as far as I know. It was fluffy and light, and the taste, you can't beat it. But it took 400 people a whole year to eat it. If you've lost all your marbles and need to get more, I suggest that you try Mr. Mark's Marble Store. Mark has more marbles than you've ever seen, Jocelyn, in yellow and orange, and then 10 shades of green. Some look like glass and others like wood. Buy the glow-in-the-dark kind. I think that you should. There are marbles so big, there are marbles quite small. Some of them look like a tiny eyeball. All right. And that is this Friday's story time with Jocelyn. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we will see you next week for our last Friday of the month of June, where we will be reading a really cool story in honor of Jocelyn's Uncle Rusty. So I hope you will join us for that. I will have to make sure I send him the video. Love my brother, Rusty. Well, we'll see you next week for that, and we'll talk to you later. Have a blessed weekend. God bless. Bye-bye.